The boardroom glowed with polished marble, glass walls, and the quiet hum of power. At the head of the long table sat Victoria Hale, one of the youngest and most feared CEOs in the city, sharp, ambitious, and known for her icy confidence. Today was supposed to be her victory. Her company was about to secure a major investment, one that would elevate her into the elite circle of global billionaires. The room buzzed as executives whispered and adjusted their ties, awaiting the arrival of the legendary investor. The doors opened. In walked Mr. Samuel Brooks, an elderly black man with silver hair, warm eyes, and a calm presence that instantly commanded respect. His reputation stretched across continents, a billionaire investor, a philanthropist, and one of the wisest men in the business world. Everyone stood, Victoria didn't. Mr. Brooks approached her with a gentle smile and extended his hand. "It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Ms. Hale." Victoria glanced at his hand, then at his weathered dark skin, and she didn't move. Her executives shifted uncomfortably. A few lowered their eyes, but Victoria simply crossed her arms, refusing the handshake. "We can proceed without theatrics," she said coldly. "Let's keep things strictly professional." A heavy silence fell. Mr. Brooks slowly lowered his hand, his smile fading, but not into anger. Instead, disappointment settled into his gaze, a quiet kind of hurt that pierced deeper than rage ever could. He took his seat without another word. For the next 20 minutes, Victoria delivered her presentation with rehearsed perfection, charts, projections, graphs flashing across the screen. But the air had changed. Her team knew it. Even she could feel it. When she finished, Mr. Brooks closed his notebook. "Ms. Hale," he said softly, "your numbers are strong. Your company has potential, but character matters more than profit." She stiffened. "I don't need a lecture, I need your investment." Mr. Brooks stood slowly, gathering his coat. "And I need leaders who see people, not categories." He walked toward the door. Victoria's voice sharpened. "Is that a no?" He paused. "It's a never," he answered. The room went silent as he left. Victoria's jaw tightened. She told herself she didn't care. She told herself she didn't need him. But that night her phone rang, and the news on the other end would make her realize just how big a mistake she had made. Victoria barely slept. She paced her penthouse apartment, replaying the meeting in her mind. Mr. Brooks's calm eyes, the subtle hurt in his voice, his final word. Never. She tried to brush it off as ego. Investor drama, nothing she couldn't survive. But at 6:12 a.m., her phone exploded with notifications. Emails, missed calls, alerts from her CFO and legal team. She opened the first message. Urgent. Brooks Holdings has withdrawn all partnerships. Her stomach dropped. Another email came through seconds later. 2 major investors have followed Mr. Brooks's lead, pulling out immediately. Victoria's hands shook. What was happening? She turned on the news and her blood ran cold. A headline flashed across the screen. Legendary investor Samuel Brooks cuts ties with Hale Industries. Calls for investigation into CEO's conduct. No, she whispered. The reporter continued. Sources claim Brooks witnessed disrespectful behavior from Ms. Hale. Several partners are now reconsidering their involvement with the company. Her breath stopped. This wasn't an investor pulling out. This was a chain reaction. A storm, one she had triggered with her own arrogance. Her phone rang. It was her CFO, Michael. She answered. Michael, what's going on? His voice trembled. Victoria, our stock is crashing. 4 sponsors have pulled out. The board is demanding a meeting within the hour. But he didn't say anything publicly, she argued. No, Michael replied. He didn't need to. People trust him. His silence is louder than a statement. Victoria's knees weakened. She sank onto the couch. How bad is it? Michael hesitated before saying it. We might be bankrupt within 72 hours. A ringing filled her ears. The same company she had built from the ground up was collapsing in a matter of hours. Suddenly, she wasn't the powerful CEO everyone feared. She was a sinking ship, water rising fast, and the man she dismissed with a cold glare was the only one who could save her. Her pride crumbled. Michael, she whispered, voice breaking. Set a meeting with Mr. Brooks. We already tried, he said quietly. He refused. Victoria closed her eyes. For the first time in years, she felt something she didn't know she was capable of. Fear. regret, and the suffocating weight of consequences. She stood up quickly and grabbed her coat. "If he won't come to me," she said, voice trembling, "I'll go to him." And with that, the arrogant CEO walked out the door, desperate, humbled, and terrified of what waited next. Victoria had never been to this part of the city. The roads were quieter, lined with old brick buildings and tall oak trees that whispered in the morning wind. Her heels clicked against the pavement as she approached a modest community center, nothing like the glass towers she was used to. This was where Mr. Samuel Brooks spent most of his time. Not in boardrooms, not in skyscrapers, but here helping people. She hesitated before pushing open the door. Inside, children were laughing, volunteers stacking supplies, elderly people drinking tea. And in the middle of it all stood Mr. Brooks, sleeves rolled up, helping a little boy fix a broken bicycle. He looked peaceful. He looked human. He looked like everything she wasn't. Victoria's throat tightened. "Mr. Brooks," she called softly. He turned. His warm eyes landed on her, recognizing her instantly, but his expression didn't soften. "Ms. Hale," he said calmly, "this is unexpected." Her confidence dissolved. She stepped forward, trembling. I came to apologize." The room around them quieted as volunteers subtly looked their way. Victoria bowed her head. "I disrespected you," she whispered. "Not just as a businessman, but as a person. You offered me your hand and I refused it. I was arrogant and cruel." Her voice cracked. "And now everything is falling apart. My company, my team, hundreds of employees could lose their jobs because of my mistake." Mr. Brooks watched her silently. Victoria's breath shook. "I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect investment. I need to make this right. Please tell me how." There was a long pause, heavy, uncomfortable, honest. Then Mr. Brooks spoke. "Ms. Hale, leadership isn't measured by power," he said gently. "It's measured by humility, respect, humanity." She nodded, tears welling. "You saw me as beneath you," he continued. "But I am not your enemy. I'm a man who has suffered discrimination my entire life. When you refused my hand, you didn't hurt my ego." He placed a hand on his heart. "You reminded me of wounds I thought time had healed." Victoria wiped her eyes. "I'm sorry," she whispered again. For the first time, his expression softened. "Then prove it," he said quietly. "Not to me, to them." He gestured to the workers, the children, the families. "Show the world you are the leader you claim to be." Victoria nodded firmly. "I will." Mr. Brooks stepped closer. "As for your company," he paused. "I'll speak to the board, not because you asked, but because people deserve a second chance." A shaky breath escaped her. "Thank you," she whispered. He finally extended his hand. This time Victoria took it with both of hers.